Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains. Séance in France, stay mainly in your pants. Alright, so here's the weird thing. Chat is working in the live control room in YouTube, but now it's not working in the software. So something is really up. And for some reason it looks like YouTube changed the stream key yesterday. But it's not working in the broadcast stuff. But I'm broadcasting from that. It's weird, man. It's weird. Well, let me see if I can fix this. It's weird. Oh, come on. YouTube would just randomly change settings on me. All right, hang on. Maybe if I do this. Over here, settings, stream. It says. Yeah, so chat and stuff's not working. Weird. It's really weird, man. It's really weird. All right, so it's working in one spot now, but not the other. All right, so, well, we'll deal with that. I guess I should be happy. Yay, I'm so happy. Good morning, by the way. Volume is too low. I have not changed my microphone settings. And it looks like it's nearly full blast. Let me close the chat that's not working. Yeah, the microphone's almost full blast. Wayne, your voice is coming in too low. My voice is coming in too low. All right, so volume is a bit low. Well, it's at maximum and I haven't changed anything since yesterday. Same here. So, I don't know. YouTube has changed everything since yesterday, apparently. Let's see. I don't think I can turn it up. I don't think I can turn it up beyond this. Let's see. Well, it's using the proper microphone. Yeah, baby doll, but I'm nearly yelling. I don't think you've ever heard me whisper. I can move the mic closer, but it says where it was yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before. So it should be very similar to the day before. You know what I'm talking about? But anyways, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm hoping you're having a wonderful day. Hope every trade is turning out to be your best trade. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term. So some people are still complaining about the mic and other people say they have no problems. So what am I supposed to do with that? Right? Okay, so if I hold the microphone to my mouth, but that should work the same for everyone. Hang on. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so anyways, I've lost a lot of time already. Oops, it's the end screen. So let's just jump in. Sorry, I don't know. YouTube has changed something overnight, changed all my settings. Didn't tell me, of course, and whatever. Okay. Yeah, all right, so we'll just have to go. If you can't hear me, I apologize. What can I say? It's a strange day. All right. All right, so anyways, let's start with Kiwi Swissy. Trade plan is still valid, still working out, still doing its thing. This is the trade plan from last Thursday. It is now Wednesday. So we're about a week into this trade plan, and it is just breaking through now. So if you traded it yesterday or on Monday, you're getting paid today. That's called a trade plan. That's how trade plans work. Isn't that cool? Okay. Spent a lot of time talking about it again yesterday when we were down in here. So now it's like you took it or you didn't. Okay. Upside target. Okay. Right there. Looks like 63.5 maybe. Ah, I just killed that. It's one of those days. I just killed my euro dollar. Well, I guess it's not that difficult to make a new one. Let's do... Hang on. Oh, by the way, for those that are on MetaTraders, for my chart templates, I added 4 new files. One of the, well, actually more than that. But anyways, I've added swing trading confluence, swing trading daily, swing trading weekly, swing trading monthly. I've added these, okay? And so people were saying that they got the chart template, but then they're like, well, I don't know how to have 2 indicators on the same thing, on the same template. Well, of course, the answer to that is you add two indicators, but I've done it for you. So now you can download Swing Trading Confluence, and it's a confluence of weekly and monthly. Okay. And then I added for those that have the complete toolbox, I've added is it on here? I don't know if I have it on here. I added the profile, I guess is what it is. I added this profile. This one, currency index. Is that it? Currency index or currency indices? I'll have to clean up my own. Yeah, so I added this one. So now you can have that. Okay, so that's all been updated. You just have to log in. Okay, so let's go back to the new setup. Okay. You can see we got an upward move off of the monthly swing here. Okay, and then this is a bullish zone. And we're almost to the bearish zone. And you can see we've spent a lot of time being neutral. And this is all post non-farm payrolls. Okay. So still not a lot happening. Okay. Which is fine. There's other things moving. Go to the beast, however. I may consider buying at 130 to 129.50. Almost there. That's the zone. So I believe yesterday we talked about the market moving like this. Down, up, down. And then we kind of get this move this way, right? Something like that. Pro Trader says 130 unlikely, sir. Okay, well I can't control that, Pro Trader. It's only a if then statement. If it goes down there, then I'm buying. Okay? But to argue against your comment, Pro Trader, the fact that this week's central pivot point is our high, that predicts a low of S2. S2 is 130. So you said it's unlikely to get that far. I'd say, well, it's predictable that it would. Okay? So it's not even my opinion. It's just that's what this tells me anyways. Okay? Capiche? So then it leads to be an if-then statement. If it does head down there, then I may consider buying. 130.5 was the count. No, that was just M1. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know. Some people are having trouble with volume. Other people are not. I haven't changed anything. My volume is set at max. I'm using a $200 microphone. So I don't know what more to do. All I can tell you is YouTube changed all my settings yesterday and didn't tell me, of course. So maybe tomorrow it'll work out just fine. I don't know. Cool. I don't remember having it marked up like this. I must have changed it. Let me go to Swing Trading Confluence. Okay, all right, cool. I'll have to remark this. Cool. Seems like we're in a range. What do you stink? Stuck in the middle? You can wait for a breakout one way or the other. You can see there's secondary levels of support and resistance as well. And do you notice how that the pivot points have also recognized that for us? These are all pivots, which is really nice. Okay, So I wouldn't get too excited about gold. WTI. Okay. Once again, we're just kind of looking at it on it, right, to see if it's moving around. Weekly basis. This is your M2. Like many things, it's not moving anywhere very quickly. It's more supportive right now. Okay. And I think we had this as a buy near, right? We had this near 50. As maybe a potential buy. Right now we're stuck on the weekly M2. There's some hope, but again, no real reason to get super excited at the moment. Okay. Looking at a roll reversal here off of the support there. Okay. Okay. This one did not work out. The market, right? The trend is still technically bearish. The trend. Okay. So this is still most likely. Doesn't mean it has to. Max, only if you're a bear. Okay? Pro Trader makes a good point. We have oil inventories at 10:30 today. Maybe that'll bust us out of that range. But notice, like, we're held up on support and held under resistance. The market's very much neutral. Okay? Right now, the Swissy trade looks like the best one, technically anyways. Do I cook a lot? Yes, I do actually. Okay, so going back to this one, this is a trade plan from quite a while actually, quite a while ago. Maybe 2 weeks ago. And it's still sort of holding up, right? That's what I'm hoping is a move upward. This is a base based on a bottom here and a top here, right? So it's roll reversal, breakout, pullback type trade. Pound Swissy. Let's put some more data on the chart. Okay, you can see the bears. Wow, look at that trade. The bears seem to be winning this battle. So let me take this off. Okay. Monthly M3. Breach of the pivot point, lower low. That would predict a lower high. Okay. This is, well, let's start here. This is the monthly M3, which sets up the long-term swing. And then this is the weekly central pivot, which sets up the shorter term swing, which gets you down to the S2, not the M1. Although we hit the M1 and bounced, okay, it's still predicting 120.30 instead of 121. So an extra 50 to 70 pips. Add that site's dead and being retired. This is the site. And by the way, to the person that said they were concerned that it wasn't a secured site, it is. It is now officially secured. I guess it took an extra day, or at least took some bitching for me to finally get our certificate validated. So you got to, yeah. Okay. Cool, right? You see that? So that sets up a trade for this week and for next week. So if I were to combine that, if I were me, I would say something like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Kiwi Swissy we've done. Aussie Swissy we've done. All right, so we did the Swissy pairs. I know we did oil, but let's... Okay. Look at that nat gas, just crazy wicks, amazing. Okay, I'm just caught up here on WTI. I could see if you wanted to be a bear, you might be able to take it down one more based on next week. But then it would be probably a buy zone again, as we know on the other one. The other chart, I already wrote it out in words. I suppose, Craig, I'm not saying you're wrong, you're probably right. But you have to understand, for 15 years I used PayPal and everyone bitched that I used PayPal. So now, 1 week after switching away from PayPal, people are bitching that I don't use PayPal. I'm like, I don't know. Right. What am I going to do? I figure like most people on the planet should have a credit card. Thank you, baby doll. Don't really want to look at that. We can scan the pound. Okay. Once again, pretty straightforward plans. The interesting thing is if you did a front run on Friday, but with NFP you probably didn't. Is that right, Joel? Why don't you have a credit card? This is one way of looking at it, or a rejection off there if you want to do a smaller time frame like this, this, and this, this. But why don't you use it? That's the part I don't understand. I never use cash. I rarely write checks. So everything in my life, from the to the lights to the water bill. Sometimes I'll pay taxes on a credit card, and it costs me 3%, but then, sometimes it's worth it. But with all the points and stuff, I don't understand why you wouldn't. There's so many benefits. I mean, it's just easier to track your expenses and all that stuff. Yeah, exactly, Paul. Yeah. So I'm interested, like why people do or do not. So I didn't say put debt. I didn't say take on debt. Yeah, yeah, borrowing money is not the point of a credit card, or it shouldn't be the point of a credit card. Yeah. Yeah, and that's maybe a problem. Like, why do credit card companies give people that don't have money credit cards, right? So, yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, you get the miles. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you should be earning, free airline tickets and free hotel stays and stuff. All right, I'm trying to get this. So which one should we do? Guess let's go with the Aussie. Mark this up. Well, Jolts is it's more academically interesting than anything, Max. So remember when we were talking about the cola model matching the type of worker looking for work and the type of jobs being posted. So Jolts, it looks at the type of jobs being posted and the number, of course, but more importantly than the number is what type. So if everyone looking for a job is a janitor and every job that's being posted is for artificial intelligence engineers, we want to know that there's no match, right? So Jolts would be part of that. But right, but once again, you have to understand, guys, that news is not fundamentals. News, let's say, like, what would the Jolts report need to be to change the fundamental bias of the central bank? And I mean over the next one or two meetings. And if the answer is like there's nothing the Jolts report could possibly do, no matter what the number is, no matter how amazingly big or how amazingly small the Jolts report is, would it change anything at the Fed? And if the answer is no, then it's pretty irrelevant, except for academic or esoteric research. So you might include it as part of a complicated model, but in of itself is not really that important. Ed, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. CAD. See, again, you have to ask yourself, is this going up or is this going down, right? And it's many of these setups are the same. It's not really going up, it's not really going down. So you got to be very cautious. But I think what you're saying, Ed, is that you signed up for MetaTraders so you can download the chart templates. So the chart templates are stored on online servers, so you have to log into your. So you create an account so I can take you to the download area, if that's what you mean. Yeah, yeah. So like, you need to, yeah, create your account, dude. I don't know what you mean, Ed. Come on, Ed. That way you can go in and it'll say, here's all your downloads, and you click the button and it downloads. Okay. I used to email it to people, and then 20 or 30% of people would say, I didn't get the email. I'm like, well, it was sent. I'm like, well, I still didn't get the email. I sent it. I signed up 5 times and I still got the email. Well, 70 or 80% of the people did get the email. So I don't. So anyway, so this is the situation now where you can just set up the account, and there it is. It's on a page. I don't have to email you. So it's a solution to the problem that 10 or 20% of people were facing. Um, so I don't know what countries were blocking emails and stuff, but it certainly wasn't me. So a lot of time and a lot of money was spent to make this an easier process for you guys. Yeah. Sorry, I know I sound really bitchy. This YouTube thing really set me off. I was reasonably happy, but I got 6 hours of sleep last night, which is a lot for me. I'm like, oh my God, I got 6 hours of sleep. But now I'm all cranky because we wasted a half an hour on YouTube and all this kind of stuff. Now I feel hot and angry. So I apologize if I sound bitchy, because I probably am bitchy. But I woke up happy. Oh, no, it's not MT4. It's files that you put into MT4. What do you think of this one? What do you think, huh? Oh, right on. Gone viral, right on. You're learning how to trade properly. Isn't that awesome? Oh, Ed, I didn't get out of the wrong side. YouTube made me angry, grumpy. Cool. Right on, guys. So watch this. Let me change the setup here for you. Let's look at this on monthly pivots. See this? Swing trading monthly. I've added that, by the way. You see that? Monthly M4. Ha ha ha. I'm short on the monthly M4. So let's keep our fingers crossed, eh? This is a high risk trade in the sense that, you know, there's a lot of geopolitical risk in this currency. Okay. Thanks, Aaron. So anyways, just trying to survive here. Cool, right? Notice though the month. You notice how Euro Turkish Lira bounced at exactly the monthly M2 and has gone to exactly the monthly M4? Yeah, you're right, Highlander, you're right. Thank you, Mickey. I'm just tired, man. But thank you, Mickey. You're right. You're right. Where's my coffee? Mickey's right. Peso? Should we do peso? Nah. Rand? Nah. Euro rand? Nah. So I say right now, almost everything is sort of not quite bullish, not quite bearish. Okay. Yeah, that's true, right, Zhongi? I was just saying to my wife this morning over breakfast, Zhongi. I'm like, could be worse. Could have a semi-truck and a bulldozer stuck in my backyard up on axles. And she say, ain't that the truth? The template background is saved in full HD screen size. Some might like to... Oh yeah, well, they're all adjustable. All right. Max, that's too good of a question. I'm too tired and too grumpy to answer it today. Maybe tomorrow will be better. You can look at, I guess we can do the yens. Oh, my stomach's now growling. All right, let's take a look at the yens. So my swing trade on Kiwi is still alive. Okay, can you see it? I bought right there. And my trade plan on Thursday. So let's do this. Well, let me just draw it. Oh, and of course I wanted that to be pink. Come on. Here's my trade plan. So I bought that. And my actual plan is M2 to M4. Okay? Can you see what's going on, yo? Okay. Huh? That's the first part of the trade. Then next week, I think it'll do something like, oops, I think it'll do something like this, or think or want, or the plan is. How about that? The plan is it'll do something like this eventually over the course of several weeks. Okay? for me to draw that properly, I'll need to be on a 4-hour chart because it's looking so forward in time. So let me draw that out. So if this little pissy little trade that I took on Monday, so 3 days ago, if that works, okay, we have the first wave here, then down, which I bought, and then it went up, and then next week it'll do that, and then this will do that, and then this, and that. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5. Okay, and that gets us in a new danger zone. Trading to the danger zone. So the first one is the lower part off of the old resistance, and then the next one is the upper one based on the old resistance. Old support, I should say. Max, it's released. You could probably go to the Board of Governors webpage or the FOMC webpage. Okay. I know, so here's like the St. Louis Fed. Oops. All right. What do you think of this, guys? The meeting minutes from July 20th, 1933. Isn't that cool? Thank you, St. Louis Fed. So, okay. Check that out. View the beige book. Isn't that awesome? But you want the meeting minutes, not the press conference transcript. Come on, St. Louis Fed. It's weird. It just loops in circles. We're right back to where we were. This one's not quite right. Download, you don't want that. Download projections. I don't think that's it. This one is a circular. Well, that's weird. Anyway, so just Google it. This is the St. Louis Fed. I think you want to go to the Board of Governors. Okay. How can you be down 124 pips, Jeff? It's ridiculous. Where's your stop? I don't understand, like, well, I guess in certain situations that's all right. I know, but still, I think for most people, 124 pips is Much too wide of a stop. Oh, you shorted and you're profitable 124. Yeah, cool. No, he's profitable 124. That's cool. CAD. Once again, very good setup. You can see a perfect bullish entry. Okay. And we're stuck neutral here. But if you were a bull, there was definitely an entry. And if you're a bear, you're sort of there, although a little higher would have been better or a little lower would have been better. There's not a lot of evidence that people are playing the bearish side, but the bullish side is perfect. So, but whatever. Technically, this is still down. So that matters. Take a look at Aussie. I've bought Aussie many times in the last week or so. I thought it was going to end a little higher than catch a pullback, but you can see we're on a monthly M2 and a weekly M2. So once again, this is the perfect entry if you're a bull. One of these things, so like buy in the bottom, higher high, higher low, 1, 2, 3 would have been a reasonable entry. Okay. We're much closer to a short zone than we are to a long zone. So if you're a bull, you got to have this marked out as a potential threat. But the bigger potential threat is above you. The biggest potential threat to a bull is this one here at just shy of 73. That's going to be a hardcore short zone. That's why last week I had that as the target, the drop, and then the extension. Okay, but we haven't had that yet. So right now it looks like sideways. So this is probably where you want to trade an oscillator. Okay. Do you know what I mean? So you can go like, since we're range bound, we're trading price. And so in that case, you want to add a stochastics. Okay. And that's what you're going to use to time your entries. Okay. You can actually see that there's no buy and no sell. Isn't that amazing? So even though you got the right price, according to this oscillator, there hasn't actually been a sell. The closest thing that the oscillator says is here, but that's ruled out because you're not at resistance. Then you get to resistance, but you see how the oscillator rules it out? So according to this setup on a 5-minute at least, there's no entry. Let's go to a higher time frame. There's been one entry on the higher time frame. That's this one here. Okay. Actually, and then the bullish side had theirs as well. Oops. Let's do that. Okay. And now maybe if you're a bear, you're thinking this one, right? So now you give yourself permission and now you drop into a smaller time frame. Okay. Oh, I don't care about the divergence. Divergence sideways isn't very helpful. Divergence is much more helpful in a trend. Okay. Remember, it just tells you, like, if you're in a bullish market and you're seeing divergence, it just tells you that there's less bulls, not that there are bears. So it's useful information, but it shouldn't put you into a trade because you should have already had a trade plan based on that. So you shouldn't be surprised about divergence. Okay? You should never be surprised by divergence. Because you're only going to see divergence in an uptrend at resistance or at a downtrend at support. Okay? So it's a complementary level of information, but it should never be surprising. Right on, man. So I have to apologize. I can feel it. I'm almost stewing with grumpiness. So I need to. I'm gonna pull the plug on the webinar before I say something mean or stupid or angry or kick a puppy or something like that. I'd be the. So honestly, I think I'm gonna sit in my movie theater and play some violent video game for an hour and then get back to work. Yeah, and get some sleep. No, I don't have time for sleep. Yeah, no, hey man, it's not you guys. You guys are a positive in my life. You give me the strength to get out of bed on days when I'm shy. And so, anyways, you're nothing but good. But bitching around or screwing around with YouTube, and then finally figuring it out that they changed all the settings, and then the other half of you are like, I can't hear your sound. I'm like, dude, I haven't touched my mic, and everything's jacked to the max. And you're like, I still can't hear it. So it just gets me all grumpy, and maybe I get grumpy easy because I haven't slept enough, something like that. But anyways, so I just got to get happy. The worst thing, like, I don't want to make you unhappy and stuff. But I'm looking through these trades, and I don't know if it's the mental attitude, let's say. So now I'm grumpy, right? So I'm all tired and pissed off. And I look through the trades and I don't see anything. You understand? It influences maybe. So I'm worried that I'm dismissing things, but there's not a lot of like obvious, easy, low-hanging fruit, right? So I don't know if my head is screwed on straight or anything like that. Maybe I need to make some adjustments. But I should be thankful. I got another Euro Lira trade that's profitable. My Kiwi Yen trade is profitable. The Kiwi Swissy one that I set up last week is profitable. So there's some good things happening, but mostly it's you. You're the goodest of them all. So thank you for being in my life and on my team. Hopefully everything will work better tomorrow, but I rebooted the streaming software 2 or 3 times. I went through the YouTube back office setups once or twice and made changes there. I rebooted my computer multiple times. Like, dude, there's only so much I can do. And each time I hate it because I feel like it's a waste. I just want to get to you and work with you, So, I don't know. I get cranky. Right? And then, but Barry's like, but the volume is down. No, I haven't touched the thing. The volume is exactly like it is every day. So I don't know what it is. But hey, whatever. I'll just see you tomorrow with big smiles on my face. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. And yeah, go sit in the hot tub. I might actually do that. I might actually go sit in the hot tub. That sounds good. I might actually do that. Thank you, Jeff. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow.